Welcome to part 7 of my Build a Tardis tutorial in Sketchup. In this part we're going to do the door lock. So we'll start by creating a couple of guides to position the door lock. From here we're going to do a guide at 35. From this edge here, a guide up at 50. Start off, we're going to do a circle on this intersection, and that wants to be 22.5 radius, and we need an offset on that of 5. I want to rotate this around a little bit. Select the inner circle and use the move tool, snap to the center and pull it out along the green axis. I find that from this angle, if I hold down the left arrow key, it locks to the green axis, and I want to do it at 5. Okay, let's rotate back round to the front view again. Zoom in a little bit. We're going to do a temporary line down the centre of the lock as a guide to start doing some producing some guides for creating the lock later on in the tutorial. So start with a pen tool, and from the point there, point to the bottom, and that's the temporary line. Now we need to produce the guides. Each one is 0.5 millimeter apart. Same the other way. Same again. We now need to erase the line we created earlier on and replace it with a guide. And that will be in the middle of, so that'll be 0.5. Okay, we're going to now produce another circle, and wants to snap to the centre of this circle, and we want this to be 16 radius, and want an offset on that of 0.5 millimeter, 0.5. Whoops. Oh, 1.5. There we go. And using the push pull tool, we want to push that in by 0.5. Let's rotate that round at an angle to see whether that was done correctly. Probably better off doing it at an angle. That's fine. Now I need to do another circle lower down, and this is going to be where the lock is going to be located, and to do that we'll do another guide up from this center point up the center line, and it wants to be at 11. This will create an end point here, which is going to be the center of our next circle. So snap to that, and this one wants to be 7.5 radius, and we want another offset on that of 0.5 millimeter, and again we need to use the push pull tool to push that in a little bit. There we go, and again about 0.5. Zoom in on the lock. We'll do another guideline. This time it just wants to be approximately just 1 millimeter up from the bottom. That's just going to be a guide from which we can then start to do the bottom line of that's near enough. Escape. Right, now we need to produce some guides up from that line. So the first guide is going to be at 10 millimeters, which is going to be the top of our lock. Then we'll do some more, approximately every 1 millimeter. And we want to stop at 8 millimeters. We don't need to do another one up here. No, we don't. Okay, this is just a guide. These are just a sort of a grid pattern from which to base on doing the shape of our key slot. So let's zoom in on that a little bit. Go to the pen tool and let's try a line from there. Go up about 3.5. Do a line to here, back out again, up here to about half, over, up to here, across to here, down, and about here, into here, down to there, out again to about here, down to here, into there. There we go. It's just something to represent the actual key slot, and the push pull tool, then push that into the back. Zoom out, and that's the basic sort of lock shape there. Got the key slot, the rotating section and the outer section of the lock. If we zoom out, delete the guides, and there we are, that's our door lock on the Tardis door. Now on the proper lock there is this little sort of cutout here which helps guide the key into the lock, but because I would normally use a Boolean tool to do that, and this is only the free version of Sketchup, it doesn't have that particular tool, so I can't actually find a way as yet of creating that in here. It'd be like a conical in cut-in or a half dome cut-in, but I haven't found a way of doing that yet. So let's zoom out, pan down, and let's try a render to see what that looks like. Reasonable. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. We'll finish part 7 here, and the next one we may start doing some texturing. So just let the render finish, see what the final image looks like. that's done. Looks pretty small, pretty good. So we'll end part 7 here. Okay, catch you next time.